Hi, guys. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. I can't seem to get the Rokfin to launch. Oz, if you're out there in the Ethernet, please help me out. I don't know what the problem is. I've had a lot of problems this week, and we're still waiting on Brother Pasta to visit the little newspaper boy room and get his butt in here with us. So hang tight, everybody who's came in. How do I get the Rokfin to go? Please tell me I don't have to set up a whole new stream. There's always something, right? Always. And of course, I'm having a major hot flash. I spent yesterday begging any Western medicine doctor who would help me. God, it's scheduled, so why won't it go? And yeah, I'm still in hell. Come on. Well, it looks like you guys are there. So is it going? Is it live? I don't see it as live. Stream will start soon. I just realized I haven't seen an old friend. Oh, there I am. Am I there? Yes, I'm there. Okay, go live. I think I got it. Or maybe Oz got it. I don't know. One of us got it. Thank you, whoever got the Rokfin going. I think the Rokfin's going. There's the newspaper guy. Why is he in black and white? Why can't I hear him? There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me see. Oh my God. Let me wipe the sweat off my face. I'm having some major health issues right now.
What's wrong? And there's an echo for me.
There's an echo. Do you have a second something playing in the background like Rokfin or something?
The live stream did not come through on Rumble. No, I do not have anything else up. Just this.
Let me see. I'm checking the Rumble real fast. I had a problem with the Rokfin, but I got the Rokfin off. Looks like yeah, we're live. We're live on the Rock. We're Rumble. Yeah.
No, I do not have anything else up. Just this.
Well, not for your channel because you didn't give me the stream key. I kept telling you I had to send me the stream key.
Yeah, I just I'm echoing. I just tried to put the stream keys into the restream, but I have a complete echo right now in my ear. So
okay, hold on. Let me bring you back in and see if that works. Are you there?
I'm here.
You got an echo?
Yep.
God dang it! What would the echo be
like
from?
A delayed echo too.
Rokfin's on. Okay, Fred, thank you. Oz is in there laughing at us. Thank you, Oz. How do I fix this?
1, 2.
I guess go out and come back in.
Do you have something on there that might be echoing?
No.
Where's your sound coming into?
My sound's coming through my solo.
So you don't have earpieces on, and that's why. Okay.
No, I have my earpieces on.
Oh, so okay. Let me see something real quick. Check that.
I don't hear an echo, so
it's in my ear like crazy.
I hate it. I believe me, I know. I freaking hate echoes, man. They're the worst.
Echo.
Now I have the echo.
Yeah, that was got rid of the cancellation. Okay. Yeah, let me go out and come back in, I guess.
Go out, come back in. There's nothing, I don't know. So there's got to be a loop where you are. Hi, Lizzie. Good morning, everybody coming in to hang out. We're trying to get this figured out. We're working with a new studio, and this new studio allows us to stream to all of our channels. So Pasta can stream to his channels. I can stream to all of our channels. Once we figure this out, it's going to be really good. We were working with StreamYards. Now I'm working with Restream.io, which I really like. It's a lot like StreamYards, but it kind of has a few more bells and whistles and a little bit more control over the audio because audio is Satan, like we say. Say good morning to my crow, Poe. He got a name. His name is Poe now. So that's Poe the crow. And yeah, thanks for bearing with us while we figure out all the audio issues. We'll get Pasta back in here. I have a great show. I got lots of things I want to pick Pasta's brain over. Let's see. There he is. Let's get him back in. Please, no echo, no echo. Please, no echo.
Testing. One.
Do you have an echo?
No. Yes.
Damn it. Damn it, Janet.
Let me shutting something off. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the screen shares, see if that was it. And then I'll bring the screen share back in. So as I was saying yesterday, you guys know me. I am against anything Western medicine, big pharma. I don't want to be a slave to big pharma. I've been a slave to big pharma in my life. I spent 20 years living on big pharma. And that means so many different things. That means physically needing big pharma's pills to get through your day. I don't care if it's a blood pressure med or an opiate. When you have to have them, you have to have them. And money wise, I mean, just these 2 little bottles yesterday were $250 damn dollars. So I'm having a major hormonal imbalance. It has something to do with menopause. Some women go through it, some women don't. It's really, really bad for me. I am having night sweats worse than any DTs I ever went through when I was an opiate addict. So I did get help through telemedicine. A doctor in Colorado jumped on the computer. How awesome is it that we can do that nowadays, and help me out? But I do have a doctor locally that I'm going to meet with tomorrow. So thanks for bearing with me as I burn to the ground every show. How you doing, Pasta? Is it better?
Testing. Yes.
Yay!
There is no echo. There is no echo.
We fixed it. Okay, so I'm going to bring back in the media because I thought maybe the media was doing
Testing.
it.
Okay,
I think we're good. We're good.
So no, it's repeating again.
God damn it.
It's like big echo.
Is it from Rumble or is it from one of the channels?
I don't have anything up, any channels.
I don't
at all.
Let me go into settings and see if there's some kind of echo cancellation off.
Testing.
Is that better?
No.
Show it.
No, it's even worse.
Okay, that's because not back on. High res audio is on. Maybe.
Do I sound like an echoing person to the audience? I mean,
the echo. Yeah, Fred hears it. Fred's saying.
Do you have any channels open up?
Yes,
on your computer?
The audio. Do I have any channels open?
Like, do you have the YouTube of your show, the Rokfin of your show?
I've got the Rokfin up, but it's paused. I'll shut it down. Rokfin's down.
Echoing here, Pasta. Yeah.
God, you guys are getting an echo. I don't know why. Were you getting the echo with me?
No, you're not echoing. I'm echoing.
Yeah, you are echoing. How do I stop that? There's Pasta. At least you guys can see a smiley face while we're trying to figure out this echo. The only options I have is to remove guest or edit your name. You are a newspaper guy.
There's no echo when I mute my mic and I speak into it. So I think it's just, I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't either. It's so
Restream.
crazy. Change avatar video settings. My video's fine, so let's not mess with that. That's why I got out of StreamYard's, Pastas, because I had no audio control over there.
Okay. Well, what we did was in the studio, we have a board which controls the audio, so we still use it through StreamYard.
Right. Is that any better?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're still echoing. Damn.
That doesn't change anything.
I don't know what to do. I've changed everything I can. Why is it doing this? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've had guests, they just come in the room, there is no echo. What is going on here? Shortcuts. There's just nothing I can change. Microphone. Noise cancellation, stereo. We don't want stereo because that makes it worse, right?
I don't know. It's just echoing.
Let's try. Does that work?
Testing. No, same echo.
I don't hear the echo, so
I cannot. It's like noise, like head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh shit. To tell you. Damn it.
I'm gonna try to go out again and come back in. Try one more time.
Let's try one more time. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. Oz, you got any ideas out there? How do we fix this? We got a good show too, and I got a lot of good things I want to talk to Pasta about. So it's a bummer that I can't get him in the room without an echo. These darn studios, man. You think that they would make them a little bit more user friendly, but they're not. Um, Come on. We're waiting for Pasta to come back in the room. Let's see. I'll put you guys back on me so you can see me. Talk to Poe, my crow. Shoot, shoot, Pasta. That's your answer. Good one, Oz. Good one. Oh my gosh. Yo, pasta, pasta, pasta. Yeah. I hear the echo too. You guys, Linda, you hear it too. That's a bummer. Who do we have in the chat? Did we? Yeah, you guys are hanging out. Okay. I didn't even. Anthony. Good. Hey, Anthony. DC's hanging out. Let's see. Please tell me it's better. It's
testing. Nope.
God damn it. What do you want to do?
Well,
I hear no echo, says Marby Dog.
I know that's one person, but the other people in the chat were saying
I know, right?
How do you guys hear an echo or not? Let me see.
I says if you're not echoing, Shanda, chances are it's Pasta. Pasta can reboot. I don't think it's a reboot. I think it has something to do with the board and the way that the board is coming in from your end.
I mean, there's.
Did it give you options to set up your streams?
Yeah, but I didn't.
You didn't set them up?
It did, but I was too late. It said no, you can't do it. The stream is already started.
We have to do it
I was
before
too late.
the stream. Okay.
Yeah, I have to do it before you have to start it. Once you get started, it's no bueno. Let me take a look at the settings again.
That's a good question, Dingo. Pasta has headphones on, but that's always the first thing we address is somebody without headphones when there's an echo.
I shut off all the other sources of sound. Let me see what this says here.
I think this program will be really cool if we figure it out.
So everything's in USB. But let me try now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's still echoing like crazy.
So it's not your input. Dang,
No.
dang. Still echo, Pasta. Well, Pasta, it looks like you might get a break between shows.
Yeah, but I'm going to have a break anyways. When we were done, I still had hours before the night show.
I know. I didn't want anybody to see that.
This is disturbing because I want this to work.
I'm sure it's just my studio.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm echoing like crazy.
I'm sorry.
How about now? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm echoing still like crazy. Jesus.
It's not Jesus' fault.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
If I score a touchdown, I point up to the sky. If I don't, I point down.
Yeah, I have. Thanks, Marby Dog. I have checked all the tabs to make sure I didn't have anything running in the background, and I don't. Not on this system, anyways.
My mic is mute. When I mute my mic.
Yeah, you're muted when you mute your mic. We can't hear you at all.
I know. When I talk into my mic, I can hear myself, and I know it's nothing's echoing on this end.
What if I turn you down a little?
I don't know.
Did that help?
Still echoing.
You're still echoing.
Rob, I am speaking slow. How you doing?
Oh my God, this is the type of morning I've had. Yeah, there's just nothing on my end I can do. I've changed every setting I can. General, high def, participants name, participants screen, show non-participants. I don't know what to tell you, Pasta.
Well,
yeah, and test each time. We should do a test before we launch, but Pasta's coming out of AM Wake Up and literally has like 5 minutes between the shows. So that's our bad. Yeah. We didn't have time to do a sound check, but we need to do a sound check.
I didn't know you were using a new program today.
I didn't even think to tell you until this. I'm sorry.
I guess. I mean, I can't do the show like this. This is picking up on your mic when you talk. Your mic. No, because
Coming-
it's not. She's got earphones in, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's no sound coming out of your computer, is there?
No, no.
Yeah. So there's no way that it could be that a dingo ate me, baby. Where the hell have you been? I haven't seen you in the morning show at all.
Dingo hangs out with me every day. I don't know what you're talking about. Just saying.
There was a movie about that. I didn't know that. One night I was just up late and like on this. This is so annoying.
Did you watch Dingo? Yeah, I watched it. Dingo ate me, baby. Yeah.
There was an Australian movie about a dingo that went in and grabbed the baby.
It really happened.
Well,
It was like Christmas Day. Yeah.
That's what they say. You know, they were accused of lying.
Yeah, right. There was a conspiracy with it, right?
There was a movie about that.
Oh, it's so bad, Pasta. It's so bad. Cry in the dark. Yes, cry in the dark.
All
Well,
right.
it was good to see you. We will get this worked out.
Talk about the goddamn Shank and Anna getting abused by fucking Gates. I wanted to talk about Ken Clipperstein and his bullshit saying the story that's not being told is that the squad has no members. I mean, I wanted to bag on freaking Democrats today, Republicans. I want to bag on everybody. What better to the Trailer Park Pundit with the Adam echoing? Come on, hit something, Chanda. You can figure it out.
Okay, well, I just muted. Does it get better when I mute?
What do you mean? Nope. Still there.
Damn. So it's not coming from me. It's on your end, definitely.
No. It's definitely a restream bullshit problem.
Well, we should figure this out because it will be really awesome if both of us can stream to all of our platforms from this. So let's try to get together this week and figure this out.
Okay, I'm gonna watch some tutorials on YouTube.
Okay, there you go.
Getting the echo to go away. Love you. You look amazing, by the way. I am so proud that my friend has stopped smoking cigarettes. And, I mean, look at you. Really, that's like I talk about it all the time. You're an inspiration. You're a freedom activist. You're my good friend, and I love all my peeps over at Roar Media. And let's get this fixed out. And next time you throw me the screwball and change the system.
Sorry.
Because I had things to say. I got a good night's sleep, so I was ready for this, Chanda.
Damn it.
Hey, Jets played the Seattle Seahawks on the first. What do you mean? The Seahawks are in first place.
Yeah, they won't stay there.
What are you talking about? You got Geno Smith, comeback player of the year.
You know I'm not playing fantasy this year, even though I whooped your ass, 2 years in a row?
1 year in a row.
1 year in a row, okay.
I love you too, DC. I love you, Rob. Is that Misty Dog or Moby Dog or DC? Chili Love, a Dingo ate me, baby. It's so great to see some of you awesome people over here. Vote third party and the duopoly. I voted all libertarian except for one MAGA Republican. Not because he was a MAGA Republican, but he was running for Secretary of State of Nevada. And he's an election reformist, and he's promised to implement certain rules is what we need. Fam, I was on Crosstalk today. It will be out later on. It was a follow-up. Things got a little testy between Dennis Kucinich and I and whatnot. So check it out later on when it comes out tonight. I'll post it up. I love you guys.
Love you. Sorry.
It's okay. Hit me up later, Chanda.
Okay, you got it. Okay, guys, sorry. We don't get any wisdom from the wise newspaper guy, Pasta, because we can't figure out why we have the echo, but I do want to continue on with the show. So that sucks. I built the show around Pasta being here, so we'll do our best out there to cover the topics. As you know, Pasta would have covered them so much better than I will, but thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry about the audio issues. Audio is Satan, right? That's what we always say. So first things first, fair use. Fair use, guys. Anything I talk about or the clips that I bring, I am merely commentating on. Please go do your own research. Find out what's really happening in the world. And form your own opinion. Don't just take your opinion from random YouTubers or random Rokfiners, right? So that's always my My advice, let's see what else do we got. If you'd like to help me out, buy me a coffee. You can buymeacoffee.com/trailer park me, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/beauty and the boomer. We have dumped the PayPal. The PayPal still works, but we are not advertising or using that as a main collecting site. So all of you who like to PayPal us, we appreciate you. We still use it, but we're not advertising it because they're evil, right? Oh, this is one thing I want to talk about real fast. Let's see if I can bring this up on both screens. There we go. So 62 in December. I have decided that I am doing a fundraiser for St. Jude's Hospital. I don't support a lot of these big charities, right? We see them for what they are. Goodwill, Red Cross. I mean, we could talk for 2 hours over some of these charities. But St. Jude's, I had two nieces with leukemia, one who sadly lost her battle at a very young age, and one who survived but is now battling big pharma addiction because of the amount of big pharma she was given while she was under treatment. And St. Jude's was always there for them. They never get a bill. These parents are in hell with their kids, their sick kids, and St. Jude's is just one of those hospitals that's truly helping people. And now I'm sure somebody could come up with some bad crap about St. Jude's, but I'm doing it for kids. So I'm walking 62 miles in the month of December. That equals out to like 2 miles a day, which I've already been doing. Sometimes I do 3 miles a day, but I don't do it every day. Now I have to do it every day. So that is going to be the challenge. If you want to help me out, you can go over to my Facebook and donate directly to St. Jude's through my collection site. And I want to shout out a few people who I haven't even announced this campaign yet, and you guys are already on it. Thank you, Suzanne Murphy, Carla Woodruff, and Katie Yeager for jumping on it the minute I put the fundraiser up. Thank you so much. And yeah, we've already raised almost half of our goals. So, and I haven't even launched it. Today's the first time I've even brought it up. So I will be conditioning and getting, more in shape for this 2 miles a day. But yeah, 2 miles a day in the month of December. And I live in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, where we just under the Olympic Mountains, where the mountains meet the sea. So I'm going to have my fancy new camera that y'all bought me out there, and I'm going to be recording my trips and my events, and we'll just you guys will get a good look at the Olympic Peninsula and what we call the Discovery Trail, which they pulled out all the train tracks from the old days when they used to log mill, right? All the old growth that had to come out of here. They pulled the train tracks up and they made that a walking path for so a couple hundred miles, I want to say. It like starts like 4 or 5 counties over and it ends all the way out in Nia Bay. So you guys will get a good look at our Discovery Trail. So that is my plan for December. If you guys want to help out, you can donate straight to me and I will donate it to the fund, or you can go over to my Facebook and donate there. For some reason, it's a Facebook campaign only. You think it would be smarter if they could do Twitter too, but that's what I'm doing, 62 a day. So you guys will hear more about that. Gosh, this show was wrote for Pasta, but let's see what Fee says. I got to be careful because Pasta and I were going to jump off of all the YouTubes and just go Rokfin today and Rumble, because as you guys know, 2 weeks ago, we took a community guideline strike for talking about the Rona. And so I'm sure we would take one for elections too. We did a year ago. So I'm just going to be really careful. I'm not going to shut down the YouTubes. I'm not going to push everybody over to the Rokfins. I'm just going to sign language, mime everything to you guys. I don't know. Today has been just a day, let me tell you. We haven't even got into this show and it's been a nightmare. So yeah, let's check out what Fee had to say about elections. Oh, can I even say this on the YouTube? U.S. elections are trash. Well, yeah, that's true. Anyone telling you otherwise, no matter who they are lying to you. Yeah. Having gone to multiple other countries' elections, ours are a shit show. And yeah, I might not say those other things like, well, manipulated by both parties, yeah. But people, please keep thinking MSN is and your government aren't lying to you. Yes, Fee, absolutely. Let's just keep pretending. We're just going to keep pretending. We pretended yesterday, right? We're just going to keep pretending that this is always okay. And then, of course, I had to bring one from Pasta. The next time someone says that how do I say this without getting hit? God, everything I put on this show was for a non-YouTube show this morning. Okay, so the next time someone says to you, prove the election is our word, you say, prove it ain't. Prove it ain't. And I love that. That's a great comeback, Pasta. I'm so bummed that we didn't get Pasta on here. Good news. The ruling class maintained their control of government this week. And that's ultimately what happened. And we know that, right? That's what it comes down to. I will get through this show, guys. I will. Poe, help me out, please. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I can't. All of this stuff I can't say on YouTube. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to let you guys read that first one. My God, I'm just noticing this. I'm not even allowed to say that D word on YouTube. So, you know, we're going to play some categories. They're machines. They start with a D. Everybody thinks that they're effed up and corrupt, but we're not allowed to say that word. If you say that word, you could get kicked off YouTube, or you could get a cease and desist letter from the D company themselves. But how crazy is this logo? The actual logo is red vote going in and coming out a blue vote. So go ahead and look at this logo down here on the bottom here. This is what I'm talking about without trying to get myself kicked off of YouTube. So there you go. See that? Isn't that crazy? Now, I don't know if the algorithm will get me for even bringing the D word as a picture, but I guess we'll find out, right? If I take one more, we're done on YouTube. I know that. So you want proof that Democrat stupidity? Here you go. Yeah. PA, what the hell? You guys voted for a dead man. You voted for a dead man. Did that just like reconfirms all of the Republican jokes about the dead voting, right? I mean, this is the insanity. Pennsylvania, you guys got some problems over there. This is to hell and back. So we were supposed to be talking about Big Pharma, and I will do my best to try to bring you guys the show that I wrote, but this show was not wrote for YouTube. This show was wrote for Rokfin. So I'm trying not to get in trouble, considering I've only been back like 4 days on YouTube. So I will do my best. I will do my best. Let's see. Drugs as a weapon against the U.S. Yes, they are. You know, we've talked about this. We talk about this with the opiate wars, right? The opiate wars, the first one, the second one. There has been multiple opiate wars through history. And we just lucky to be the ones on the receiving end of it this time around. And me watching the next 36 hours unfold, that's crazy. I think I got that from Shelly. Shelly, did I get that from you? Shelly's got the best memes. Shelly is the meme master. Oh, do you guys see this? I brought this for you guys the other day, and I must have got it really early because it didn't hit till like the next morning. Everybody really talking about the whole Sean Penn giving his Oscar away. Now, Oz and I covered it on Tuesday, and all I had was a picture, a meme of him handing it to him, right? We didn't know backstory or anything. That picture spoke volumes, though. I could just imagine in my head how it went. And now the video is out, and it went exactly how I imagined it in my head. And you know what? I just got to tell you guys, I kind of feel bad for Sean Penn. You do all of this in your life, right? He's a Hollywood golden boy, has been since Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right? I mean, he was the bad boy when him and Madonna fought, but then he kind of got over it when he married, what's her name, Jenny from Forrest Gump. And he became kind of the family guy and, you know, very big fighter for the CAA, right? You know, he's a voice for the CAA. So I feel bad for him that this is really how you grovel at the feet of Zelensky. That's you give your life's accomplishment away to a war hawk from another country. What the hell is wrong with you? So let's watch it, guys.
This is for you.
Oh, Sean.
Yes.
That is yours.
No, I feel terrible outside. It's just a symbolic, silly thing.
Yes.
If I know this is here with you, then I'll feel better and stronger for the fight. When you win, bring it back to Malibu.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So I'll feel much better knowing there's a piece of me here.
And
Idiot of the Year goes to...
Let 'em burn, let 'em burn.
What in the hell? Yeah, the award. And they're both actors, right? We know that Zelensky loves the green screen, and he says, "Bring it to Malibu." Is he hanging out in Malibu with Sean Penn and every other, elite asshole? Smell your Oscar, Sean Penn. Oh, Rob, that's terrible. That's terrible, but freaking hilarious. Yeah, Fred Edwards says Zelensky got Hollywood's most prized butt plug. Yeah, exactly. Throw a rose in Shelley's general direction. Yes, I agree. Shelley is the meme master. She brings it. Hilarious. Okay. So Medea Benjamin was on Chris Hedges' report, which is now over on it'll come to me. The news network. What's it called? The Real News Network. Yeah, that's what it is. I have total brain mush right now. I can't even explain it. I'm not sleeping. I'm cold sweating all night. So you guys just bear with me. I'm a little nutty today. And then I lost pasta. So, Okay, let's hear a little bit from Medea Benjamin on a book she just wrote. Medea put out a book about the Ukraine and the war and just how terrible it actually is. Thank you, Vote Third Party. Yes, the Real News Network. I just think of it as the Richard Wolff News Network, but this is a great interview. Go watch the whole thing, guys. Go over there, and of course, it's a half hour with Chris Hedges and Medea Benjamin. I have been on the front lines with Medea many times in my life. I can't say that I personally know her. Of course, I've had conversations with her. I've been on the border of Arizona with her. I have been in DC a couple times with her. I was in Philly. So she's an amazing activist. Lizzie made her a beautiful pink Julian Assange hoodie that I was honored to get to sit there and watch her give it to her. How exciting is that? Because we all know Code Pink, Medea, she is all about the pink. But she is so insightful. When you travel, you gain knowledge, and she travels so much. I love the knowledge that she's getting. So let's watch a few minutes of this.
We have to endure the cost. I can't remember who you quote in the book, but somebody said, "Well, that's the price of liberty and freedom." But there's a kind of blindness to the social cost of what's happening. Can you address that?
Yes, absolutely. I feel that the entire world is being affected by this war in so many different ways. One is by the difficulties of getting the grain out from both Ukraine and Russia, and the fertilizers from Russia that have affected the global hunger crisis and have increased food prices everywhere. We have the issue of the climate, where this war and the sanctions on Russia has actually led to the use of more dirty energy, whether it's more exploration for oil and gas, more use of coal, the stopping the decommissioning of nuclear plants. It's been disastrous for the environment. And the increase in militarization, we talked about the increased budget in the United States, but this is happening in all of the NATO countries. It's happening in Russia. It's happening in China. And this has a terrible effect on people around the world as well, because it's money that should be used for other causes. It strengthens the hardliners in all of our countries. It strengthens NATO. So there are so many negative effects of this war. And that's why I think it's so important that we, the public, get involved, get the kind of information we really need to see how our government has actually been thwarting efforts at negotiations, how the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, refuses to talk to his counterpart in Russia, how Biden refuses to talk to Putin, and how this is just leading us into an endless crisis that could lead to nuclear war. And even if it doesn't lead to nuclear war, has all these other consequences that I just mentioned that are disastrous for the world.
Did you all see Jimmy Dore yesterday? He had Nick Braun on, and We can talk about Nick Brana and all the things. He had the two Nicks on. How ironic was that, especially with the warring they've done over the years. But I got to say, Nick Brana calling Bernie out multiple times. Yay. Somebody needs to be doing it. And I'm glad somebody like Nick is doing it. But did you hear what Bernie said when he called Bernie out and he said, Bernie, why are you funding the war in the Ukraine? You're going to take us to nuclear war. Bernie spun around on one heel and said, who's paying you? Who the fuck is paying you, Bernie? That's what we want to know. Us dieharders who gave up everything. I mean, I gave up time, money, energy for years to support Bernie and everything Bernie said. And now Bernie can't even mention anti-war. He wants to talk about all these programs that we need here in the U.S., which we absolutely need. Infrastructure, homelessness, healthcare, debt relief. It's fucking believable that he doesn't even conflate that, oh, I gave all this billions and billions to the Ukraine, but that wouldn't have done anything at home. I mean, Bernie is a cuck through and through. I'm sorry I fell for his bullshit. He's just another politician. And the saddest thing of all is Bernie doesn't get paid by anybody. He does it for free. He shills for these assholes, does exactly what they want for free. I heard that the squad picked up 3 new members. And why isn't this bigger news? Why isn't everybody talking about the freaking new squad members? Because they're just Democrats. That's why. That's all I see out there anymore. I see progressives who got TDS and CVS, whatever, COVID brain, and they just start towing the line for the Democrats. Nobody is holding any of these guys accountable for anything. I mean, it's disgusting. So keep calling them out. Like I said, I left the People's Party because, I could see that the infrastructure on the inside very early wasn't going to get us to the ballot. And that was all I was doing, was trying to work with third parties to get ballot access. How many truly independent Green Party candidates do we have across the country this week? Very fucking few. Fewer than we had in 2016, right? And that's because by design, this system crushes third parties. Third party will never rise up and have a bunch of candidates that are going to take over and crush the duopoly. It's never going to happen by design of the duopoly. Nick knows I feel that way. I've told it to him straight to his face many times. But I got to say, for all the shit that Nick takes and, oh, he's a grifter, he's this, he's that, every fucking time I am at a big rally, especially in DC or anywhere on the East Coast, Nick shows up, and he doesn't show up to try to get FaceTime or on the mic. He just shows up to support. So, for all the shit I've talked about Nick over the years, and I've had some big, huge blowouts over leaving our revolution and leaving the movement for the People's Party with groups that I was working with. I still give them a kudos. We need more people out there calling Bernie out, calling the squad out, calling the so-called anti-war left that seems to forgot they're anti-war as they're voting for all of this money to go to Ukraine. So that's my take on that. Yeah, Bernie, what a cuck. What a cuck. I can't even believe I fell for that shit for so long. How did we? Well, I don't know. I guess I just wanted change for us at the bottom so badly that I was willing to support anybody who was even talking about it, is basically what it came down to. But nobody's even talking about it now, so we don't have to worry about that, right? Did you guys see this? There's all kinds of shit going on. So DuckDuckGo CEO has announced that the search engine will begin purging all independent media outlets from the platform and will replace them with trusted mainstream media outlets instead. I used to use DuckDuckGo. I know a lot of people who do. I had heard this in the past, so maybe this is old. I don't think it's old because I feel like they're doing that now. I don't know. What browsers are y'all using? There's Brave. I use Brave when I want to get out and, look at something maybe around the world, like China or something. I have to use Google for a lot of the interfacing for the programs that we use for these shows. So I'm kind of forced in there. DuckDuckGo sold out a long time ago. Yeah, I agree. I thought that too when I saw this. I was like, what? I thought they sold out like 6 months ago. If you die in this VR game, it will kill you in real life. And this is a true story. I checked this out yesterday and was like, what? So that little headset thing there, if you lose, it has like, I don't even know if it's like what it's compound shooting into your brain, but yeah, it will kill you. It has the ability to kill you. It hasn't killed anybody in real life. He just developed it, and now you know what it's capable of. So yeah, he got fired by Facebook, created a VR headset that can kill people in real life if they die in the game. So yeah, that's where we're at. Of course, that hasn't been marketed, but of course he made it, so it's possible, and that is the point. Brave sucks too. I know. Okay, guys, so I just found this one this morning, and I'm hoping you guys can tell me about it. Free Smoke. Anybody ever been on this site? I found it in a chat, and so I went and checked it out. It obviously was built by the right, but I tried browsing a couple of the stories that we can't get on mainstream media, like Hunter Biden's laptop, and guess what? There was a lot of information there. So I don't know anything about this browser. I don't know who built it, but maybe this is a better browser than DuckDuckGo or Brave. I don't know. Maybe you guys will tell me. Yeah, the Oculus story is crazy, isn't it, Shelley? I mean, what is the whole point of that? Like, we can build a headset that can kill you, but we won't, but we can. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. The future, they want us living in meta, right? That's the future, is pushing us into online living, which a lot of us are already. I'm online living. I'm online with you guys every day and doing online doctor's appointments, and and they're pushing us, they're forcing us online. Censorship is wrong. Anyone who has been blocked, oh yeah, I'm going to deal with that, Jilly. I'm going to check and make sure nobody's blocked that doesn't deserve to be blocked. Does anybody know anything about? I know nothing about Free Smoke. Well, maybe you guys can check it out and let me know. That's why I bring you guys this information, because you guys are a vast mountain of information. Oh, COVID craziness brought to you by Pfizer. This was the part of the show I was going to shut down the YouTubes, and looking at what I've got lined up on the deck, most of it came off of YouTube, but I'm a little worried. Well, I'll skip the ones I think that are bad. Let's do that, okay? If I get us in trouble, I'm sorry. I'm going to try my best not to. So, oh my, everything we warned about. Yeah, diabetes victims are up 86% in just 6 months. Prostate cancer is up 53%. Parkinson is up 79%. Breast cancer up 47%. And bowel cancer is up 46%. Pasta and I have covered this a lot with to hell and back, because we knew, right? As we came into this, we knew that addiction was going to spiral. People were not going to the doctor for regular checkups or to take care of major health issues that they had going on when we shut down for 2 years. And even I was guilty of that. Like, oh, I don't want to go deal with the doctor's office, wearing a mask and you could catch something. And so a lot of us let our health slide during the last few years. And, people are paying for it now, and we called that out years ago. So social media censorship, people injured by the experimental, yeah, they're silenced, right? Let's just give amnesty and never talk about what we did to you guys again, ever. And really, that's what they want. And that's probably what they'll get to, right? Poor Canada. I have to be careful about what's going on in Canada talk-wise, but let's look at this. So do you guys remember Doug Ford? Yeah, that's the brother of the old crackhead who passed on, sadly. I actually liked him. He was entertaining to watch. Who was the other guy's name? Not Doug Ford. What was the brother? Come on. So, yeah, he says that masks might come back. So, yeah, I guess that they are having a major surge. So, Toronto's top doctor urged to look at mandating masks in schools as sick kids swamp hospitals. And I was at our local walk-in walk-in clinic yesterday because I was told I needed a referral, and then I went there to get a referral, and I couldn't get a referral, and then I got told, yes, you need a referral. No, you don't need a referral. It was a nightmare. Because that's the way our healthcare is in America. It's bureaucratic, incompetent hoops that you just continually jump through. Insurance hoops, doctors hoops, clinics hoops. I mean, midway through yesterday, I was in tears and just screaming at anybody that I got on the freaking phone, because you just get frustrated, right? So, but moral of the story is there was a lot of people in there. I was shocked at how many people were in there with the Rona symptoms. Like, here comes the surge. I mean, even if it's, I gotta be so careful. Even if it's not as bad as what we've seen in the past, it's still coming, and it's still going to backlash on all of us, right? So we're probably going to see a lot more of the Orwellian shit we saw over the last 2 years. We told you that these jab passports weren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're going to get worse, and it's going to get worse for all of us. And that's what I saw by hanging out at the doctor's office yesterday, that it's not going away. And as winter gets here and our regular sick season, as they normally call the flu season, comes into play, they are going to sensationalize and come at us harder with this stuff, is the way I see it. Yes, it's Shelley. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. Compartmentalizing our medical system has been over the past 20 years. It is so insane. It used to be you had a doctor, and then they started this whole primary care physician bullshit, right? You got to have a primary care, and you can't go to another doctor unless you have a referral. And it's just gotten it's insane in the last 20 years. It's so hard to get good, adequate healthcare for the simplest of things. I mean, all I have is a hormonal imbalance, and it has taken me 4 doctor's office, a doctor in Colorado on a telecall, and me screaming and crying at local people for a doctor to say, okay, we'll see you on Friday. And I have insurance. You know, I spent 2 hours on the phone with the insurance company yesterday to make sure that they were going to cover stuff. I mean, it's just, I'm young, and I get frustrated dealing with this. I can't imagine somebody who's up there in age, these boomers, that absolutely have to have their health care in order to stay alive, having to deal with this shit. I can't imagine. I mean, I guess probably because I was a welfare mom, and I you know, the system, right? I've dealt with this system since I was 18 years old. My first child was born a month after I turned 18. I have always dealt with this damn system, and I'm at a point now where I'm over it. I just throw my hands in the air and go, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather just go home and die than deal with this healthcare system. And that's where I've been for 10 years. And so a lot of these doctors and offices I've been dealing with are like, what? You haven't had a checkup in 10 years? What? You haven't done this in 10 years? No, I don't want anything to do with Western medicine. And that just tells you how damn sick I am right now for me to even be here begging you guys to fucking help me and begging to be a slave to whatever pharmaceutical you tell me I got to have every damn day, money wise, production wise, I mean, everything wise. So for me to be at a doctor's, it's pretty damn bad. And they don't seem to grasp that. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I would rather die than deal with you fucking people. That's what it comes down to. And so that's where I'm at. Where is my mouse? Okay. So yeah, sadly I see it coming. Let's see if I can get through this. Okay, I think we can do this. So this was the European Parliament COVID committee. The game is up. Did you guys see these? They are on YouTube. So maybe if I just keep my mouth shut and let them talk, I will not be in trouble. So let's try that. Come on. There we go. This woman is amazing. I don't know anything about her, but just listen to this.
The people have been lied to. It was a gigantic lie. On this lie, everything that governments, especially in the Western democracies, did to infringe on people's rights, to take away their freedom, to lock them in their homes, imposing curfews, all of this was based on that gigantic lie. We are doing an incredible job in this COVID committee. We will get to the bottom of things, and we will get the answers that the people that you deserve. None of that would have been possible to do if we did not have the massive, enormous support of you, the people. You showed your governments that you will not put up with this and you will not stand for this. Because you took to the street, and for that, I really thank you and I applaud you, and I will do so right now.
Yay!
This applause was for you, the people, because we can only do so much if we do not have the support of you, the people. And as you may have heard, Ursula von der Leyen, EU Commission President, is now under a lot of pressure, and rightly so. The people have a right to know what went on in these contracts with her exchange of SMS with CEO Pfizer, Bourla. The people need to know who they can hold responsible and accountable for whatever may have gone on behind the scenes. And things are changing now. Their house of cards is tumbling down, and it is doing so rightfully.
How amazing was that? And when she stands up and she applauds everybody, I applaud you. I applaud everybody who's had the courage of their convictions to get up and say, no, this is wrong. I applaud everybody who's taken the hits on their YouTube channels, who's taken the strikes on Twitter, who's been silenced. I applaud you. Keep going. Keep going. We're the ones doing it. And, yeah, we will hold them accountable, right? And I have another clip from her because this one's fire, man. This is a great clip. So let's keep going.
And things are changing now. Their house of cards is tumbling down, and it is doing so rightfully. I am sick and tired of being called a COVIDiot, and I'd much rather be a COVIDiot than being a gov idiot, because that's what all these people blindly So anyway, yeah, you may have heard things are unfolding rather quickly right now, thanks to our colleague Rob Ross, who raised the question in the COVID committee, and the Pfizer representative, answered in quite a clear way. So we all know now the people have been lied to. It was a gigantic lie, and on this lie, everything that governments, especially in the Western democracies, did to infringe on people's rights, to take away their freedom, to lock them in their homes, imposing curfews, all of this was based on that gigantic lie.
Lie. Yes, it was a lie, right? We know it was a lie, and I commend her. We need so many more like her that are willing to call the bullshit out and call it for what it is, and to say we're not going to stop until we see what you guys did, till we see those messages, till we subpoena, your guys' emails and what Fauci was doing. We need more. We need more screaming and yelling, but I'm just so glad to see this. It was on YouTube, so I'm going to assume that I am okay to play it. I have another little speech. This one is coming from Ron Paul. Did you hear his? I think it was his acceptance speech the other night, or a campaign speech, but I agree with him on this one too. So let's see if I can get over there. Here we go.
Thanks for coming out to Dr. Fauci's retirement party. Truth, whether it be scientific or political, can only be determined by disputation, by argumentation, by convincing others, by voluntary acceptance. But the greatest originator of misinformation is the U.S. government. The greatest disseminator of misinformation cannot be the arbiter of truth. Both left and right need to wake up and acknowledge that government should never be allowed to create any entity that even remotely resembles a ministry of truth. And no bureaucrat, are you listening, Dr. Fauci? No bureaucrat should be above the law. No bureaucrat should be allowed to deny information to Congress, and no bureaucrat should be allowed to lie to Congress. When I return to the Senate as chairman, I promise you this, the COVID cover-up will end. And I promise you this, I will subpoena every last scrap of paper from our friend, Dr. Fauci.
Yes, every last message needs to be subpoenaed. He think he's the arbiter of everything in this world. Well, we have a right to look at everything that he's done. And, you know, I've never been a big Rand Paul supporter. I've known a lot of people who were. When I was in the Kratom movement, right? We were doing all those Kratom rallies down at the Capitol, pushing back against the FDA. A lot of the people I worked with, they were Rand Paul activists. And of course, I was a Bernie Sanders activist. And I didn't understand, like, well, if you like him, why don't you like Bernie? I get it now. I get it now. And I understand it now. I was thinking about that the other day, like, oh, those people, they got it way before I got it. So I'm still not a huge fan, but I do support him calling this out. And I do support all the pushback that he's been one of the only ones with any pushback over the last 2 years, right? So yeah, I absolutely support that. Yeah, somebody said the name. Barb Bartleson says that is Christina. Let's see if I can show it. Christina Anderson was her name, the head of that COVID committee in the UK. So keep an eye on her. We need truth tellers like that. So thanks, Barb, for giving me the name. You guys are the best, man. You guys write these shows. You do it all. Let's see. I got a Dr. John Campbell here. Here is another. This is the UK Parliament vaccine debate that happened this week. So I thought I'd bring a few seconds of that. If you're not following Dr. John Campbell, I have followed Dr. John Campbell since before COVID. I'd already followed him. I thought he was great. And then he sure was a staple and a go-to for me in the very early days of this, right? I saw somebody tearing him down on some platform the other day, just like talking mad shit about him. And it's like, really? Really? You have to do that. That's how insecure you are in the information that you're peddling, that you have to go tear down this nice doctor. Oh, he's not even a real doctor. He's a this, he's a that. I mean, he has done an amazing job at bringing us detailed, smart evaluations of the data as it comes out in real time, right? I mean, he's not trying to get kicked off YouTube. He's just trying to bring you guys the truth of what he's seeing and how he analyzes it with the medical background that he has. So why talk shit about him? But yeah, this is a good little clip right here. So let's see what they're doing.
I'm going to start off with a very brief clip from Mr. Elliot Colburn, Member of Parliament, and let's just see what he has to say. This only lasts about a minute, so please stick with it. There's some important stuff coming up here.
602171 relating to the safety of the COVID-19 vaccines. On behalf of the Petitions Committee, I will read out the prayer of this petition, which states that there has been a significant increase in heart attacks and related health issues since the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccines. This needs immediate and full scientific investigation to establish if there's any possible link with the COVID-19 vaccination rollout. It is the duty of government to ensure that the prescribed medical interventions of its response to coronavirus are safe. We believe that the recent and increasing volume of data relating to cardiovascular problems since the COVID-19 vaccine rollout began is enough to warrant a full public inquiry. This petition has amassed over 107,000 signatures, including signatories from my own Carshalton and Wallington constituency. And I'd like to first begin by putting on record my gratitude to the Petitions Committee clerks and the team behind the scenes for organising today's debate, but also particularly the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, or MHRA, who met with me recently to brief me on their vaccine safety surveillance strategy. Now, Sir Roger, throughout the course of my speech, I'll be pointing out why I do not think that the government should be launching a public inquiry into vaccine safety. I think it would be a waste of taxpayers' money, and I do not think it is necessary for reasons that I will go through throughout the course of my speech.
Douchebag.
But just to give a bit of background, Sir Roger, the COVID-19 vaccine has been at the centre of...
Okay, so that was Mr. Elliot. That was Mr. Elliot Colburn, a member of Parliament. Now, he's been fully briefed by the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, an official government body that gives advice on these things. Now, I do seem to remember a video a couple of days ago where we did note that the MHRA is 86% funded by the pharmaceutical industry and other vested, and other industries.
So 86% funded by Big Pharma, and they don't want an investigation because that would be a waste of taxpayer money. Seriously, a waste of taxpayer money to investigate that they're given 86%. They're paying 86% to Big Pharma with taxpayer money. I mean, that's the bottom line. That is a great, I think it's about a 25-minute one. He does a great breakdown of all of the speakers that come up. So yeah, definitely be following Dr. John Campbell. If you're not, most of you guys know Dr. John Campbell. We've been bringing his stuff. Shanda should do PIP so it would look silly. PIP, like picture in picture. I can do picture in picture. Let me figure it out. No, that's not quite. Here we go. This one's picture in picture. Like that, DC? Is that what you wanted? I don't do that one because I'm so little. I just feel like you guys can't even see me. See, Dr. John Campbell's look on his face wasn't happy. Okay, hopefully I can pull this one off without getting spanked. A heartbreaking sign of the times is in isolation wards where patients died alone, craving the touch of their loved ones. Nurses would fill gloves with warm water to simulate that comfort. They called it the hand of God. I just wanted to remind people, yeah, this is old news. This is a couple years old, but just to remember what we as a society, as humanity went through for their bullshit, right? How many? It's just sad. I want to say more, and I thought we were going to be off of YouTube today, so when I do get off of YouTube, I got a lot to say about this. Okay, I think we made it through the COVIDian section. Hopefully I didn't take a hit for it. Let's see here. He's being urged to examine the radical idea of universal basic health income to protect Brits from rocketing cost of living. Yeah, Rashi, is that his name? Rishi, something like that. Anyways, we've talked about universal basic income a lot on my channels because I used to be a huge advocate for universal basic health. I mean, I see so many people that can't make ends meet on what they are making, their measly wages or on their fixed income. So I thought for the longest time with jobs being outsourced and, being put out of work by AI, which is, we see a lot of low-end jobs, especially say Walmart, being put out by automated systems. I thought that universal basic health or basic income would help, right? But after studying it and talking with people who have actually done it, like there was a case study up in Canada, and I talked to the leaders of that one time when I was traveling, and I walked away from it going, oh shit, that's not going to work. All that's going to do is empower those and enslave us, right? If we have to depend on them to give us money for survival, then we have to do whatever they want us to do. And it's the same way with the medical passports, right? And universal health. I am a huge advocate for universal health. And even yesterday, going to the doctor and not going for 10 years, my insurance was there because in Washington State, we have Apple Healthcare, which means pretty much everybody in Washington State is covered, even if you don't have income. So I was very thankful for that. It breaks my heart that there's other states that people can't get any health care. And I know I've lived in those states. I used to live in Louisiana and I was pretty much just screwed health-wise. There was few free clinics I could go to that wouldn't do much for me. But, so absolutely, I want everybody to have health care. I want everybody to be able to make ends meet. But I think going to our overlords and begging them, please give me health care, please give me money to live, is just going to put us in a predicament that we have no means to fight back, right? So I really have dug my heels in and I'm like, whoa, hold on, guys, hold on. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Of course, we need some kind of supplement to help people live. Of course, we need healthcare, but what does it look like? I don't know if it looks like basic income, right? I've always said a federal jobs guarantee, I think, would be a better way to go. Guaranteeing people a job, guaranteeing people a wage is just going to work better and make people feel better than if we just give them universal basic income. But all that set aside, they will give us universal basic income and they will give us healthcare. It's coming. It's coming. I'd say in the next 10 years, these things will be implemented, no problem. And that is because they got to get us under their thumb. They have to, right? They can't make us do anything while we control anything. So yeah, we will get these things. And elephants and asses, screw the masses. Yeah, we know that. Always have. I think I have one more section here. I really wanted to get Pasta's input on this, but sadly, no Pasta today. If you're just joining us, Pasta and I had audio issues. He had a really bad echo, so Pasta was supposed to be here with me right now, but sadly, he couldn't stay. So tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, what happened to monkeypox? Yeah, what did happen to monkeypox? Well, I'll tell you guys, it's more big pharma fuckery. That's what's going on with monkeypox. So let me just give you guys a brief rundown of this, and we'll hear from the CDC lady, right? So as we've been told for the last 6 months, monkeypox is out there. We've seen the cases. It's terrible looking. It does pass. The mortality on it, you're most likely not going to die from it. It's hideous. It's hard to deal with. It's like terrible chickenpox from what I understand, the few cases that I've seen. So what's happening? An outcry for more vaccines. That's what's happening, right? Because that's what we do. Oh my gosh, we need vaccines. You got to protect us. You got to protect us. And they already had a vaccine. Basically, it was the smallpox vaccine, from what I understand. They didn't change it much or at all. And we only had a certain limited amount of the vaccine globally or in this country. So what they've decided to do is water it down because, hey, why not? We can make more money if we take this one vial that could have been a shot for one person and we make it 10 shots. Hey, we make more money. So that's where we're at. So I brought a couple of clips to kind of break it down. And this is the CDC's explanation as of August 15th. So I had to ask myself, what has happened with monkeypox? I went and looked, and honestly, no media has reported on monkeypox in 2 months. Mainstream media, right? You type in, you search engine that shit, and the soonest I can find any report was 2 months ago. So here is my prediction. My prediction is as we go into December, monkeypox will become spoken about a hell of a lot more. The mainstream media will be all over it. And why is this? Because that's when the new vaccine's supposed to drop for it. So in the meantime, they're just making money by watering down the other ones. So let's check it out.
Thank you for joining today's Director Debrief. FDA has announced a new strategy to administer Jynneos monkeypox vaccines intradermally. This action serves to markedly increase vaccine supply. Intradermal administration of the Jynneos vaccine allows vaccine providers to administer a total of up to 5 separate doses from an existing 1-dose vial. I'm joined by Dr. John Brooks, who is the Chief Medical Officer of CDC's monkeypox response, to discuss what you need to know about intradermal vaccination.
Intradermal vaccination refers to the administration of a vaccine just underneath the top layer of skin. This is different than the subcutaneous administration of vaccine, which goes into the fat layer underneath the skin. Intradermal administration gets the same results, but uses a smaller amount of vaccine effectively, allowing more people to be vaccinated with the same supply. So how does this work? You have an abundance of immune cells in the skin just underneath the top layer of your skin. When a vaccine is given into this tissue, you can generate a robust immune response using a smaller amount of vaccine. In fact, an independent randomized clinical study published in the peer-reviewed journal Vaccine during 2015 demonstrated that a small amount of Jynneos monkeypox vaccine administered this way produces the same immune response as the standard dose administered subcutaneously. Intradermal vaccine administration is not a new vaccination method. It's been studied extensively, with vaccinations against other diseases such as influenza, rabies, hepatitis A and B, yellow fever, varicella zoster, and Japanese encephalitis. The use of intradermal vaccination has also been studied among people who have HIV. While these studies are limited, the results show that intradermal and subcutaneous vaccination can generate the same immune response to influenza vaccination, even in people with advanced HIV. It's important to also recognize that since intradermal vaccination puts vaccine into a layer of the skin enriched with an abundance of immune cells that are ready to act, you might experience a more noticeable injection site reaction than you would with subcutaneous vaccination. Typical reactions include redness, swelling, or itching. These reactions are temporary, and they usually go away on their own within a number of weeks. We also know intradermal vaccination may require some training for vaccine providers. Many healthcare providers already have experience administering allergen tests or tuberculosis skin tests this way. CDC also has resources and teaching tools available to ensure that vaccine providers can receive training if needed.
Okay, so in my research, the whole thing about HIV, I have seen warnings, I saw them yesterday, saying that those infected with HIV should not take this subcutaneous dose of monkeypox. So basically what they did is they took it from being a full-on jab to a subcutaneous, which means that it's under the skin. That's what they were showing you. They kind of poke just the top of the skin and it forms a bubble. If you've ever had a TB test, I have, working at many of the nursing homes, that's what they do. And so basically, yeah, they just like took major dose and then made it small dose. And that's how they're going to limp through until December when the new one's supposed to be rolled out. And this is New Jersey. I brought a little clip of New Jersey dealing with this because now the efficacy, how do I say that? The amount that they're giving other states is not the amount that they're giving some states. So there's pockets that aren't getting it. And this is Jersey. This is how they're dealing with it.
Concerns are growing among health experts. The U.S. won't be able to contain the monkeypox outbreak as a window of opportunity closes. The sole supplier of the vaccine is now saying it's unsure if it can meet demand and signed a contract with the U.S. manufacturer to make additional supply. But those doses won't be ready until December. The World Health Organization is raising alarms as well, saying cases have grown by 20% this week alone. In the U.S., there are just over 14,000 confirmed cases. Heading into the weekend, New Jersey is closing in on 400 cases statewide. But will the new actions by the White House be enough to contain the outbreak here? Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan reports.
It's a stopgap measure to stretch scarce vaccine supplies. By Monday, every one of New Jersey's 11 clinics administering monkeypox vaccinations will no longer give the regular one-shot per vial dose deep into the arm. The federal government's making 360,000 more vials of vaccine available, but to qualify, health officials say, Jersey must reduce each dose to just 1/5 the normal amount of vaccine. Garden State Equality's Chris Fuscarino's okay with that.
We need to make sure that the vaccines are going to places that need it more than others, like New Jersey, who has yet to receive their fair share of monkeypox vaccines. And then if that also means lowering, the dosage so that more people can get shots in arms and that we can slow the spread, I think that's an important step.
Clinics.
Thank you, Jilly. Yeah, you nailed it. Disproportionately distributed. That's what's going on. So as you can see, they are thinning out the supply so they can make it last till they can get this contract that they have signed with another pharma company to get a new vaccine produced by December, or more vaccine produced. I don't know if they've actually changed it or not. But so that's what's up with monkeypox, because nobody's been talking about it in 2 months. I thought I'd give you guys an update and tell you it hasn't gone away and we will hear about it again. So yes, I agree. Another great one from Jilly. The CDC is malevolent and untrustworthy. We know that, right? Huh, Po? Po knows. Po knows. I think that might be it for that. It is, but let's talk Julian Assange real fast before I get out of here. What a show this has been. My gosh. There we go. So Julian Assange faces a 175-year prison sentence in the United States for publishing work, including the revealing evidence of how corporations and states undermined the goal of prior climate change summits. Well, yeah, we know that, right? So full frontal assault on the press of the freedom of the press and the public right to know. WikiLeaks producer Julian Assange is being prosecuted for informing the public about the ways in which corporations and powerful nations have undermined meaningful actions in the face of the climate crisis. You guys, we've got to do everything we can. And I like the little thing I had on Tuesday to help Assange, ways that you guys can help Assange, ways that I can help Assange. And that is calling your representatives, putting pressure on these guys. Write Julian Assange. I'm going to write Assange today. I have been writing Assange. I haven't wrote him lately. And I'm just telling him things that we're doing. Like, hey, you know, I flew from Seattle to DC to be in front of the Department of Justice. I'm sure it makes his day to have letters to read from us, and I had the address, but darn it, it's on my other deck. I will bring it on Tuesday for you guys if you want the address. It's out there. You can probably find it on Comrade Misty Putin's page, on her Twitter page. So yeah, let's write Julian Assange and free Assange now, man. Anytime I see free Assange even popping up on Twitter, man, I am hashtagging the crap out of that. We've got to get it trending and keep it trending. And more people are starting to come around to Assange. If you or anybody has a problem with addiction, mental health crisis, here is members, please do not be afraid to ask for help. Normally, you know, we talk about addiction here on To Hell and Back, and we want to make sure that everybody knows there is help out there. You please reach out. You don't have to fight it alone, you know. That was probably my biggest thing. So let's shout out the chats. Man, what a day it's been. We started out, we can't get pasta in, Rokfin's not working. Thank God I only had 2 hot flashes. Hey, Choosy Heretics. Thank you so much. Rob Juno, thank you for the super chat. Assange. Yes, absolutely. Assange for sure. I will get to the Rokfin here shortly. Son of Clay. There will be likely, it jumped on me. Let me get over here. There will likely be an outbreak this winter due to specifics in smallpox vaccine. Right. We've heard that, right? We've heard that them using this is going to lead to more. So Kate's hanging out. Miguel H. Hey, Miguel. DC. You guys have been such a help today with today's crazy show. Thank you so much. Jilly's always amazing. Always bringing us great stories. Jilly brings the stories. Shelly brings the memes, and I just bring the hot flashes. So you guys, thank you, Oz, for getting the Rokfin up and running. I don't know why it wouldn't go. It did eventually go. I guess I just I didn't wait long enough, maybe. Hey, Rob Juno, thank you so much. Let's see what's going on over on the Rokfin. Lizzie, great job flying solo. Oh, thank you. I didn't want to do a solo show today, damn it, but I ended up. Fred Edwards, you always do such a great job of getting our content out there, all of us. DC's over on both chats. DC, with the Super Ray, Zelensky did monkeypox on January 6th, then realized it wasn't that trendy. Maybe. I don't know. That's pretty funny, though. Let's see. Hawkified says, go Hawks. Yeah, Pasta and I were talking a little sports. I used to be a big football gal. I love football. I love the players, but I don't love the corporate machine that is the NFL. So I have opted to not support it this year, and I will not be playing any fantasy, even though I am an amazing fantasy football player. And I won't be paying attention to much of the games. You know, you got to draw that line and say, I'm not going to give my money, my support, my energy to this shit. So that's what I'm doing. Put an ice cube in your ponytail or hat to stay cool, Chanda. Yeah, thank you. I used to do that. Like when we were in DC, or no, we were in Philly. It was like 105 degrees. I'm not even kidding. And it's funny because you look back at all the pictures of us, and we all had ice cubes wrapped in our bandanas and tied around our necks to try to keep us cool. So yeah, that does work. What a hot flash it's been. Yes, what a hot flash it's been. I'm hoping that here in the next few days I will cool down. But man, I tell you, I feel for all women out there who are dealing with it. And how do I say it? Everybody thinks it's a joke. Everybody thinks menopause is a joke. I mean, even yesterday, I go to the doctor's office. This nurse pulls me back in the room, and she says, I'm 57 years old, and I never dealt with any of that. Maybe I was crabby for a month or two. But for us that are dealing with it, it is fucking life altering. It changes your life. It ruins your life. You're not sleeping. I mean, I have to get up, change my clothes 2-3 times a night. I have to change my sheets. I mean, I'm overheating anytime I'm doing anything, and it's hell. It's hell for those people that are dealing with it. So from now on, I won't be making fun jokes about menopause. I probably did when I was younger. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Of course, Roar Media. Oz, thank you so much for all your help over there. Everybody else who has helped out today. Today's been a crazy day. Kate, I hope you're having a good day. I think I got everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. What a shit show this has been. Join Oz and I on Saturday night for another shit show, and that'll be Beauty and the Boomer. And we haven't done a Beauty and the Boomer in a couple weeks because, we got our hands slapped by YouTube last week. So we'll be back Saturday, and we got some funny stuff. Oz has been working on an amazing little treat for you, and might be out there in the Ethernet right now if you want to check it out. But it's kind of our love song to YouTube. And so you'll have to tune in Saturday night to hear our love song to YouTube. Oh my God, when I start doing I didn't sleep for 3 years. Kate, I know I don't sleep, and that's what's making me crazy. I mean, I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for these shows, and if I hot flash from midnight till 4 o'clock in the morning, I get maybe an hour's sleep. So yeah, it's making me mental. It's making me emotional. I wasn't a pleasant person to deal with, and I feel sorry for those medical workers that had to encounter me yesterday, but it is what it is. We had a fun ride. Yes, it has been fun. So for me and my crow, Poe, we are the hell out of here. And I did manage to bring over some Violent Femmes for us to listen to on our way out. And yeah, sorry about Pasta. Pasta, I'm sorry. We will get it figured out. And Thursdays, it will be Pasta and I doing To Hell and Back, mostly off of the YouTubes once we get it actually set up. So you guys have a great day. Make sure you go and follow all of our brothers and sisters in independent media. And I will see you Saturday. Have a great day.
America is. America is. America is. America is. America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. American dreams are full of it. Look at the Indians. Look at the blacks. Look at the figures. Look at the facts. Look at the facts. The facts, not the lies. And you'll find out. Big surprise. That America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. American dreams are full of it. Check out the Indians, check out the blacks, and you check out the figures, and you check out the facts. Check out some facts, check out the facts, not the lies, and you'll find out. It's a big surprise. Right between the eyes. That America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. America is the home of the hypocrite. American dreams, only a dream. No desperation limit. Desperation level. Even though my nose don't work, I smell trouble, I smell trouble. No desperation limit, new desperation level. Murder in the government. Say you're sorry, say you're sorry. No desperation limit, new desperation level. Turn the key, turn the lock. Nationalism, you can suck my. No desperation limit, desperation level. Watch how the world's progressing everywhere. Aggression, 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 aggression.